Hi everybody, welcome back. Gail here from A Palette of Fun Paint Parties. I hope you enjoyed last month's painting. Tonight we are painting this really gorgeous hummingbird with lavender, and we're going to do that quite fast so you can follow along. What you need is a big bristled brush and some water and a cloth. I'm using a 12 by 16 canvas. And what I did is I got this little tiny stencil of my hummingbird and I traced it on my canvas. And then I simply outlined it with a black fine tip Sharpie so that when I'm doing my background, it is there for me to fill in afterwards. So first things first, we're just gonna take some blue and dark blue and some white. And we're doing this background in quite of a haphazard fashion. I might add a little dash of purple in there just for fun. So I've got white and blue and a little bit of purple. I've got a dark blue and a light blue. And you can see that I'm just going backwards and forwards and upside down and crisscross. I'm doing all sorts of variations of brush strokes, and I'm going around my edges so that my canvas is finished. And I'll stay away from this little guy for a minute. Yes, he is dry. So watch what happens. I can just paint right over him or her, and the outline's there for me for later. We want this background to just be fun. Enjoy the process of putting the paint on the canvas. Pick up a little bit of purple if you want. You just decide how dark or how light you want your canvas to be. There we go. I just threw some purple in there. Isn't that beautiful? So that will be kind of in the background of where our grasses are, and it'll be quite gorgeous. So if I wanted to, I can take some purple and throw it up in the sky, just so things are blending really beautifully. Lovely crisscross pattern. Gorgeous. I love this painting. Spring is coming. Today was a gorgeous day. That's why I chose this painting for you guys to watch. So look at that, how easy. You don't even have to think about which way you're going. Just let your brush strokes go up and down the sides of your canvas so that we have a nice finished canvas. And then you can kind of stand back and see, oh, is there anywhere that I need to smooth it out? So if you have any big stroke lines, you just go over this like almost like the canvas has a sunburn, and you just blend it out. So that is that brush. Then we're going to take an angle brush. It's almost like an eyelash brush, and we are going to put in our greens. So doing the greens, I have lime green, dark green, and then kind of an olive green. And what we do is the point on the brush is always coming from the bottom, and we just start to add these beautiful grasses. Just adding them, letting them cross over each other. The color underneath is going to pick up a little bit, and that's okay. Just adds to the beauty of all these gorgeous grasses that we're going to, I guess they're stems, aren't they? Because we're going to add our beautiful lavender to them. So really think about the placement of them, bring them right from the bottom. We can add some purple in there. So don't clean your brush, just dab right into the purple. And we get kind of these two-tone colors going on, filling in. Gorgeous. Having fun with it. Really just letting your hand go. Look at that, how easy it is. Easy for me to say, right? Get some lime green going in there. And you can see that I am just going all over the place with this. I'm going to add some nice pieces of dark purple in there with my green. Let that hummingbird fly. So when you're working with this angle brush, it's very easy just to have fun with it, enjoy the process, and we can add a little bit more color later if we want to. Always stand back, take a little look at what's going on, see where you might want to add some color. This is just a really fun, quick, easy painting for you guys to do. You need a canvas any size. The colors of paint you need, of course, are dark blue and white. Purple, you can always make different colors of purple by using your white. So you can have a lilac, you can have a dark purple. We need a little bit of black to fill in for our hummingbirds. And yeah, just as many different greens as you have. Really make the grasses kind of look different as we go. So we have the grasses in there. I'm going to take my little detail brush and I'm going to do one coat on my hummingbird, resting my hand down. But see what happens when I rest my hand down. The paint's wet. So I should have waited. What I can do though, there is never a problem with it. I can just throw some grasses in right over top where my little finger made that mark. So I'll wait a little bit for my background to dry and I will go back to doing my lavender. So I'm going to clean my brush off and it's really quite easy. I'm going to dip into my dark purple and then I'm also going to dip into my white, and it's a bit of a pressing motion instead of a painting motion. So you will see here, press, 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 and I'll load up again. Press, 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 press. Now, of course, everyone's lavender is going to look different. Isn't that pretty how it comes out? It is so easily done if you just don't get all caught up in perfection and just tap along. If you find that you didn't put enough paint on it, you can just tap back into it. There we go. Make sure that as we're doing these lavenders, that they are going in different directions, that they're not just all going straight up and down, and that they're different colors. Maybe we've got some down here that are lighter or darker. If it don't have any white in it, we just pick up some white. We just tap it over top, and that just gives it a little bit of a bounce so that it can be seen a little bit easier. Pick your favorite little stalks, blades of lavender grasses to figure out which ones you want to have lavender on. I try not to think too much. I just go instinctively to where I want it, thinking about only the beauty of the painting. So pretty. You guys get to hear me singing too, which is probably not the greatest, but hey, I love to sing. So get a little bit of singing. Stand back, take a look at it, keep going. There's lots of places to put little bits of lavender. And if you don't like lavender, you can absolutely change this to whatever you like. You can add little bright little yellow flowers in here. Ooh, there's a dark one. I kind of like that. Maybe it's peeking out from behind. It's tapping, just tapping with the brush. You're not even painting. You really don't even have to think about it. Just tap along. Tap, tap, tap. Throw the odd little one down there. Maybe there's one down here. Don't be afraid to tap right back over top with a darker color if it's not what you want. That's the beauty of acrylics, like we talked about last month, is you can just have fun with this, and with acrylics you can paint right over top of a color that you don't like. Look at how that's filling in. So we can throw little bits of purple blades in here just to spruce it up a little bit. Don't be afraid to be whimsical. Adding pretty little colors. Maybe some lighter shades of the light mauve in there just to lighten things up a touch. Do we need any more? Maybe one right there. Don't get too carried away. Thinking about as we're going along here. I'm going to get a clean brush because I want to add just some nice lime green pieces in here that really make this pop. So adding colors here and there. And as it dries, it will change color a little bit more. So you can see from the original that I painted, you are never, ever, ever creatively the same. Paintings are going to come out different depending on how you're feeling, what's going on, and I am loving this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fill in my little hummingbirds. Resting my hand, that's perfect because the background's dry now. Going as steady as I can on that outline that I created before. Isn't that fun to just do an outline? You can just print off from Google. You can Google anything. You can Google, I Google silhouette. I Google silhouette hummingbird or whatever little thing I'm looking for. And then I print it off, cut it out, and then I can trace it. Now, if you are really good at drawing, of course you would draw your own, but most people love this method and it's not cheating. We're still painting. If you don't love hummingbirds, you can put in a butterfly or a dragonfly. You could leave it just plain with just the lavender. You could put butterflies and hummingbirds. You can do whatever you want because it's your painting. Look at how pretty that is with the silhouette of that gorgeous hummingbird. So that was 14 minutes to create that painting. I hope you had fun. I love doing this for you guys. Of course, you would take your time with it. And I look forward to seeing you next month. I don't know what I'm going to paint for you, but something wonderful. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon.